We are here to do the handgun basic series, right? So last week we did grip and we did stance, right? Those are the two things we covered. This week we're going to do a sight picture, sight alignment, and trigger control. Okay, so this is just the basics. We're going to go, obviously, it's week by week, we're going to step up the game, right? So let's talk about sights and sight picture. So sights and sight picture are the same thing generally in my book, right? We want to make sure that our sights, so if you do it at home quickly, you're going to put a finger up, a V at the back. You want to focus on something and you want them sitting level, right? You want to look through the gap of the V onto the 1 in front, and you want the 1 in the center of the target. So you won't be able to see all three, but you will be able to look through the gap, focusing on the 1. The 1 will be perfectly clear, and the outline of your target will be there, right? So you'll know it's in the center of the target. Okay. So that is our sights, right? So this is my Glock 17. As you can see, there's the sights on it standard. I got a bit of a shake, sorry. So you want it level. You want the back one and the front one, or the other way around. You want them level with equal space and lighting in between. So you can see I got a little bit of shake on me today. So yeah, all right. So that's sights. Sights are very simple, and I want to make sure that I get the focal point on the front sights all the time. I want to see my front sight, but I have to look through my rear sight to see my front sight. It's a very common thing that I see with people. They battle to understand that concept. Anyways, right, so that is sights. Sights are done, right? The next thing we're going to talk about is trigger control. So trigger control is like this. If I put my finger too deep into my trigger, what will happen? My gun will twist. If I put my finger too little, my gun will push, right? So that will be when I'm pushing my gun left or pulling my gun right, it will be because of my finger placement. So I need the middle of my fingerprint to be in the middle of the trigger. Okay, that's number one. Number two is controlling the trigger. So you see there's a sponge on the Glocks. Actually, on most guns there's a sponge. There's a sponge in the beginning, right? So we pull it down to where we get to the hard part, the break point, before we let the round go. Bang. Okay. If the gun cycles, we'll hold it in and we'll release it to the click. Click and hold on the break point, and then we'll fire. Bang. Release. The gun will cycle by itself. Release the click. Click. Hold. Bang. Okay, so that is what we call trigger control. If you practice that, your gun shooting, when you're shooting your gun will be controlled. You'll constantly have control. If I start slapping the trigger, when I just jerk, I will be dipping my gun down. And that is where my shots appear low, because I'm jerking on my trigger, causing a flinch, right? That is basically what we're doing. So in order for us not to do that, we need to control that trigger. Control it to the hard point, focus on our sights, slowly squeeze, bang. Gun will cycle, release the click, click, hold, focus on the front sights, bang. Okay, and if we do that, we can be quite accurate. So let me show you how we do that. I'm going to run it quickly on the cardboard target. I have got a head. Let me show you quickly. I'll show you quick, so hold on tight. There's a head. Okay, so let's put you somewhere where you can see the head. Sorry, I know the target's already been shot, just because I'm busy working already. So there's a head, right? I'm going to shoot here next to you. Hopefully you're going to hear the click of the resets. Okay, so let's try that. All right, so I'm just going for the head. Doesn't really matter where. Okay, my grip is good, my stance is nice, and I'll slowly squeeze off around. Bang. And I'll hold in the trigger and I'll release till I get a click, click, bang. Release off the trigger. Oh, you can see the wind blowing. Boom. Ah, wind. Okay. So I don't know if you can see that, but there we go, right? And I hope you heard the clicks on the trigger. Okay, let me take you out of this thing. Right. Okay. So there we go. As you can see, as the wind was blowing, obviously my things were moving, but look at the grouping that we got just by doing simple things like the grip that I showed you last week and the trigger control and having our sight picture perfect. We're going to be more accurate on target, right? Okay. As always, guys, hope this helps. Hope you guys like what we do. Please don't forget to comment and like and share these videos. And we'll catch you again next week for the next one, right? Okay, guys, have a fantastic weekend. As always, my name is Dave from Training and Tactics. Ciao for now.